What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Picks and Roll DFS, powered by Betr. I'm Reggie, and our mission is simple. Make the picks, build the roll. Today, I'll break down my favorite prize picks, underdog, sleeper, and better picks for Tuesday, August 19th, so you can lock in value before the lines move. If you're catching this early, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep building this bankroll together. Now, yesterday's plays went 1-1. Nothing crazy, but that's just the surface. Inside winnable, it's been an absolute heater, and I'll show you the proof in just a second. So just like I showed you yesterday, a couple of the things that you can see if you're in Pikkit, where you can track your plays and see how well you're doing. So over this past week, I've gotten multiple top 10% bettors. I've also earned the plus 250 CLV, which is closing line value bets. And then in the month of August, we are currently up 97 units. So let me break that down for you. If you're $1 better, that's up $97. If you're a $5 better, that's nearly $500. If you're a $10 better, that's close to $1,000. And if you bet $20 a play, you'd be up almost $2,000 in just a couple weeks. That's real growth. And that's exactly what you'd be building if you were inside my winnable. Right now, I've got a founder's promo. Just $30 a month instead of $50, but it ends before week 1 of NFL. After that, the price is gone. So use code FOUNDER on winnable to lock it in today. All right, let's get into our first play for today, which is going to be Walker Buehler below 5.5 hits allowed. So let's look at some of that data. So we see here, we look at the last 5. He's going below this line 3 out of 5 for a 60% rate. Last 10, he's going below this line 6 out of 10 times for a 60% rate. We go to the last 20. He's going below this line 11 out of his last 20 games for 55% hit rate. And then what we love to see, although one of these games was from last year, still 2 for 2, 100% head-to-head. Additionally, he's gone below 5.5 hits in 7 of his last 9 games at home, averaging just 4.4 hits allowed. Now, Baltimore's bats can be dangerous, but the trends back the under here. Okay? That's first. Additionally, a couple other things that you want to look at, obviously. If we look at the play elsewhere, we can see that DraftKings is favoring this play. You're getting Underdog favoring this play as well as Sleeper. So this one is available on multiple apps and platforms if you choose something else. But again, I'm putting this play on Betr. Next, we're going to go Mitch Keller, higher than 3.5 strikeouts. All right, let's look here. Again, we look on other platforms and line comparison, which is how you find some of those plus EV plays. We see that this is favored up on FanDuel, DraftKings, ESPN Bet, Hard Rock Bet, Underdog, Profit. You can see PrizePicks here, so you see that this is a play that you can also use on other DFS platforms as well. Now we look at some of that data. Last 5, he's going above this line 3 out of 5 times for a 60% rate. Last 10 games, he's going above this line 7 out of 10 times for a 70% rate. Last 20, going above this line 14 out of 20 times for a 70% rate. And then head-to-head, again, it was last year, but went above this line for 8 strikeouts. Okay. Additionally, some of the insights that we get from Outlier, Mitch Keller has exceeded 3.5 strikeouts in 8 of his last games at home. He is averaging, in fact, 5 strikeouts per game. Toronto's lineup doesn't strike out a ton, as we can see from the data from Toronto's batting versus right-handed pitchers. but the line's low enough where Keller's consistency at home gives us some value. So we're just playing the averages here. So that is the official play. Now, before we go further, just a couple of things. One, again, if you do not have Betr right now, is an excellent time to build that roll. One of the ways you can do that is by joining Betr. Today, if you use code LOB when you sign up for Betr, you get $10 and play $10, you get $30 instantly. Additionally, for today, they're also giving you a Manny Machado free pick. So Manny Machado only needs to have less than 99.5 home runs to win. Now you take that Machado pick and blend that or play that with one of the options that I'm giving you today. Easy money added to your bankroll. Also, if you use code LOB when you sign up for Betr and email me a screenshot to picksandrolldfs@gmail.com, you'll get a free month in my winnable. So you'll get plays just like these to help you build your bankroll. All right, now for the unofficial plays. First up, we have Tomoyuki Sugano, higher than 3.5 strikeouts. All right, so we see here, if we're talking about like plus EV plays and like finding value, different like platforms, we can see on Novig, this is plus 101. So if you do have Novig, this is a great opportunity to use that as well. Play there. But we can see that this play is also being favored on FanDuel, ESPN Bet. We can see the play on Caesars, Hard Rock, Fliff, DraftKings. We see that this isn't even available on Underdog, right? So we can see that this is obviously a solid play. Let's look at some data that backs it up. He's gone above this line in 7 out of his last 10 games, and then gone above this line in 11 of his last 20 games. Additionally, he has exceeded 3.5 strikeouts in 5 of his last 7 games on the road, averaging 4.2 strikeouts. The matchup versus Boston lines up with this recent consistency, which is why I like this play. We can see that they're pretty high in the strikeout percentage, and this line is low enough where I believe that he could get at least 4 strikeouts. All right, and then next, we have Nick Pivetta going lower than 6.5 strikeouts. Here's some data here. So we see all the major platforms are also favoring this. Largely favored on FanDuel. We can see that at minus 28. Even huge favorite on Sleeper and Hard Rock Bet at minus 139 and minus 140. And again, this is one of those plays that you can play on multiple platforms, whether that's PrizePicks, Underdog, Fliff, Sleeper, etc. And then if we look at that data, he's gone below this line in 7 of his last 10, as well as 12 of his last 20. And then in the head-to-head data, he's gone below this line 2 of their last 3 matchups, all from this year. And then we can also see he's averaging 6 strikeouts across his last 20 games, but the Giants don't whiff enough to justify a 7 strikeout ceiling. Sharp money likes the under here. So let's just replay today. We have Buehler going below 5.5 hits allowed. We have Keller going above 3.5 strikeouts for the official play. Then we have Sugano going above 3.5 strikeouts, with Pivetta going below 6.5 strikeouts. So a pitcher's delight today. Remember, today we also have that free pick for Manny Machado. If we go right here, he only needs to have less than 99.5 home runs to win if you are a new user and sign up. Also, playing $10, you'll get $30 instantly. Then you can send me that code LOB and a screenshot for signing up to Betr. You now have a free $30. You have a free pick with Machado, and you'll get a free month in your winnable. Add that to today's plays. Your bankroll is already growing. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, share with me some of your favorite picks for today, and I'll see you tomorrow with more better picks. Let's build that roll.